Hey guys, it's Lori Ballen here in Las Vegas, Nevada, serving Summerlin, which is where I live. Also, I have agents in Henderson, North Las Vegas, and Boulder City, all Southern Nevada. So I'm going to show you how to use Quick Post today. So I've showed you very specific designs that we've used before, but today I want to really give you the idea of how to use the Quick Post, the social post feature. So on the left-hand side, we're going to scroll down and we're going to go down to campaigns. Next, up top, we're going to head over to social posts. So what's different about social post is that you can use a calendar system to schedule your social posts. Right now, we have the ability to post to Facebook and to Twitter. So in order to use this, you're going to have to make sure your settings are set up. So if I click over here and find the little arrow up by my name, we're going to click on that arrow to open it, and then we're going to go to settings. I always tell everybody in KW Command, if you can't find how to do something, look for these little arrows, like the arrowheads really, or the three dots. Arrowheads or three dots, and sometimes the plus sign. If you know that, you can usually find where you need to go. All right, so when you're first setting up KW Command, you're going to see these connected apps. You are going to need to set up your Facebook. This is for your social post scheduling. Your Twitter, also for your social post scheduling. But then you also need to set up your Twitter for your ads manager, and down here Facebook for your ads manager. So you're going to need to make sure you do all of those things, so that you can run your social ads and your Facebook ads. Now, when you connect these, you can only connect the Facebook business page. These are not going to connect to your regular profile. So when you're over here in social posts and we're going to schedule posts, you have to know that you're able to schedule to your business pages, not your personal page. So what we have here is we have the ability to search for posts we've already created. These are live and scheduled posts that we're looking at here. These are draft posts. So these would be posts that you might have set up that are just waiting to be scheduled. And then over here, you can create a new campaign. This is going to help you open a paid post or a social post, which we're going to do in just a moment. And then underneath that, we have your week at a glance. You can see what's upcoming, what has been posted. Now, if we look at the calendar here, what you're able to see is that on Wednesday, June 10th, there was a post made at 1:16 p.m. on both Facebook and Twitter. Now, if you notice when I click on it, it shoots down the page and it sends me to that post. So it also tells me when a channel has failed. So if something is not set up correctly, you're going to get a channel failed message. So what I would want to do is go over to my settings and scroll down. It says Twitter. So I'm going to look and see if there's any problem with either of those accounts. So that one looks like it's set up fine. And this one looks like it's set up fine. Sometimes you simply have to disconnect and reconnect it. So I could right now go to Manage, Twitter, Disconnect, and then I'm just going to click to reconnect it. Sometimes that will just solve your problem. And if it doesn't, you would have to reach out to KW directly. There we go, connect account, to find out what might be going on. Authorize the app. Now, when you click to authorize the app for your Twitter account, you want to be logged in already to the Twitter account that you're going to want to use for your ads. Right now, it's not giving us a multiple selections option there. So make sure you're logged into the account that you want to use, okay? So then going back to Quick Post, we can see what we sent. This was a video. I'll walk you through those in a minute. You can see what your post was, and then you can see if you got any engagement on it. So if there were any likes, any comments, any shares, you would see that all right there. Okay. Now we can also see on June 11th, which is today, I have another one here, and it tells me what my post was. There's the emojis. Okay. So you have the option to go to create a new campaign to set up a social post, or right here, you have create a social post. So if you wanted to create something from scratch for Saturday, June 13th, so we're going to be scheduling into the future, I'm going to click create a social post. Now, right here, I can type in whatever it is I want to type in for my social post. And then I can choose from designs, upload a video, add a link. So let's say we go to Browse Design Library. This is going to now pull up all of the designs that we have already created. So that's what all of these are. In addition, you could create a new one right now if you wanted to. So we could go to create a new template. And we're going to click this plus sign. So if you've never used this before, when you first log into Designs, all of this is going to be a blank white page. Now you might by instinct start clicking on these filters and notice that your screen is still white. That's because these are actually filters that sort through designs that you've already created. So if you haven't created any designs, it will be blank. But if you have, then your previous designs will be here. That's a nice way to sort through those. You can also search. But if you have a blank screen and you want to create a new design, we're going to click on this plus sign and we're going to go to social because we're creating a social post and then click next, keeping in mind that our focus is Facebook and Twitter for these scheduled social posts. Okay. So then Designs opens and you're going to get all of these wonderful templates that you can make. So you've got your KW app, you've got listings, all of these things to promote your listings. You've got local expert marketing postcards that you can use. You've got neighborhood snaps, Keller Mortgage. I've got all kinds of information on all of these things for you. But let's just pick one and let's say we're going to do my website. Let's find something to promote our website. Okay. So we're going to go click on Facebook, this little filter here, and we're going to pull up all of the Facebook size images. We'll focus on Facebook. Okay. So meet your neighbors, make sure your next home checks all your boxes, all these different images, but these are all customizable. So let's just go to start your home search. We'll click use. Okay, once this opens, if you want to customize this at all, you can change the image in the background. All you have to do to change the image is click on the image. And then over here, you have some stock art library from KW. You have app images. See that library? If you click on the three dots, you'll go back to the library. You have lifestyle at home. So this might be good because remembering we're doing start your home search. So something like this one. So what you do is you click on the image you want to replace. Then you hover over the image you want to choose. Hold on, I've got to get that image selected there. Trying to just get that image just in the background, and I'm getting the whole thing instead. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shrink down this little filter that's on the top of it. Do you see what I'm doing here? There's a filter, there's an overlay that's making this a different shade, and it helps the writing pop out. So if you can't click on the picture, you might just have to drag that a little bit. Now we can select the image, right? Hold on, we're getting a little bit. Okay, so there's the filter. I want to get to the image. Okay, now I've got it selected right. And you know how I know it is because when you click on the image, and there's probably a way to use the layers maybe that I'm not familiar with just yet, but if you click on that image and then you find another image, you're looking for one that has the little arrows, that little circle, because when you click that, it'll now replace the old image and have it sized exactly like you want it. If you just click the plus sign, watch what happens. It adds it to the image. Then you would have to drag and position it and do all that. We don't want to mess with all that. So I'm going to delete it. So what we do instead is we click on the image we want to replace, and then we click it like that, and it'll open it. Okay. So let's go back to find the image you want. Oh, that's a cute one too. Now keep in mind that you want this to look like your location. So make sure if you're choosing a family, or not the family, but you're choosing what they're doing in the house, or you're choosing the house, make sure it looks like a house that would be in your city, in your area. A lot of these would be homes that we don't have in Vegas, so I can't use them. So I'm very careful to make sure I'm finding something that looks like it could be in Vegas. So this first one's perfectly fine. It matches what we're looking for. So I'll click on the image. We're going to choose that one. All right. Now, this DBA logo, when you click on the DBA logo, you're going to be able to go to My Library. You're going to choose your DBA logo. Now, for some reason, that one's not going to replace directly, so I'm going to just drag it out. You can literally click on it and drag it off the screen, or you can delete it. Now, I've got another video on where to find your DBA logos, because the ones that are provided here under logos, under company, KW DBA, they may or may not be the one that you're that you have to use. So in our case, we have to use the KW office. So I uploaded my KW office logo, and you can get your DBA office logo on the KW website. So I'll put a link below. So you should see a little eye popping up on this video if you're watching it. And in those info cards, there'll be one that says how to find your logo. Okay. So next, you want to make sure you drag in your logo. So I'm going to go to My Library, and I'm going to click in Add a Logo. Now, it's drag and drop. I can drag this wherever I want to. Okay. I'm going to see, what does that look like without the filter? Oh, I'm going to move that filter just to be working on that space up top, so the white pops out, but I'm not going to do a filter on the whole thing, I don't think. No, maybe I am. I have to think. Okay, so I will do that. So now this little section here says your site. If you click on it, your cursor will appear for your mouse, and you can just, I'm going to select all, Control A on my computer, and then I'm going to do Ballen Group Homes.com. So that's my KW website. So you can put your .kw there, but I have a domain name I registered at GoDaddy, and then I just forward it to my KW website. I have reasons I talk about in some of my other videos on why I do all that. Okay, so what I need to do is that KW I need to get my other KW website that has the white background instead, because that will look better on this particular design. I just don't like how that looks with the white background. I'm picky about that KW logo. All right, let me just add that one back in. I'll put it up there so it shows a little bit better. So this dragging and dropping is the idea of when you're setting up your designs. You can make things bigger, you can make things smaller, you can click them, you can drag them all around. So put them wherever it works, wherever it looks best. You can do whatever you want. All right, let's just say we're good. Start your home search. Okay, so now all we have to do is just save this. So I'm going to go over to File, and I'm just going to click Save. Then when we go back over to our quick posts, let's see if I can just refresh this page. Oh, I refreshed it. I refreshed the whole page. I meant to just refresh that one spot. Okay, create a social post. Let's go back to there now. There we go. Okay, now browse design library. There's the one we just created. Okay, so if I hadn't accidentally exited that, all we would have had to do is go to browse design library. We might have had to just close out of that box and then go back in, and then it would update for us. Okay, selected design was not ready to use. We requested to make this usable. It's probably still loading. So might have to give that a minute when you're pulling from design. There it goes. Okay, so you have the option now to make your post square, wide. I'm going to, what does free mean? That looks new. I don't know. That one I have to look up. So square is going to crop it. Then you're going to have to choose a spot where it's cropped. I don't like that. So I just go with wide. And then our whole design is in there, and I'm going to go to crop image. Now this is going to look good on Facebook and on Twitter. Okay. And then write your post. So start shopping today. New homes are beginning to flood the market. And then you could do your little emojis. So I'm using a Mac, and on a Mac, I'm doing Control Command Spacebar. Buyers have options. And then you're going to put browse, something like browse today's full list. And then with emojis, you can type things in like bed, bath, and we have a lot of emojis that actually fit those. So you can do a bed, you can do a pool, like a person swimming, you know, that type of thing. Okay, so then what you do is you go over to your website, open your KW website, and you can find a particular page on your website, or you can send them right here to your homepage if you want. Whatever you want to do. So I'm going to come back here and we'll just type in our domain name, which is ballengrouphomes.com. Maybe I'm going to put in like a little right arrow. Okay. And if you want to put your phone number in there too, then maybe they'll call you. Maybe you want to take this one step further and say, download your app. Okay, and then I have my app listed on my notes. I save Apple Notes down here and I can pull it up. But if you don't know, let me show you. To get to your app, you're going to go over here to consumer. That's the applet down here. Click on consumer. And then you're going to go to site and app settings and URLs. And then here's your KW app, and you just copy it. So you can bookmark that, save it somewhere, you can get to it that way. And then we just add it here, download the app. Okay, so something like this. So you can upload a video, you can upload the design we just made, you can upload any picture you made, if you made something in Canva, whatever, okay? Now, your DBA logo, you can also upload it here, but we already uploaded our DBA logo. Oh, look here. They added this. Click here to find your Market Center's DBA logo. So a minute ago I said I have a video on it, but you can also click here to find your DBA logo. So that's awesome. And then include my own ownership statement. So each office is independently owned or whatever. If you need to have your real estate license number on here. So I might put something like Lori Ballen LLC. And then I always keep my real estate license number handy. So there's my app URL, there's my text code, there's my license. And so now I could paste that there and click apply, and then it will add it to the photo for me. So that's an option you have as well. And then do you want this to go to Lori to your Facebook page and to your Twitter, or just one or the other? And then you have the ability to schedule your post or publish it now. So remember up here we clicked on Saturday, June 13th. You actually have the ability to change that. So if I go, oh, I really didn't want that to post on the 13th. I want it to post later. You can open the calendar. So this would be great like for Father's Day. You want to go ahead, sit down right now and create a week's worth of posts. So this, you're going to have the week of June 21st or whatever it is, you'll have Father's Day. Maybe you have one that talks about summer specials, see all homes with a pool. Maybe you want to do one, just reduce homes with a pool, and you're going to have that post go out. Maybe you're going to have a neighborhood a neighborhood snapshot that you created. You want that to post. Well, you can schedule those all here. So you could do one and then the other and then the other and then the other. And then down here, you can preview the post and you can see what we created. There you go. Those links will be live once it posts, by the way. Right now it's a screenshot, but they'll be live. And then let's schedule immediately so we can see what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and go to publish post. Okay, and then in a moment here, we're going to be able to actually look at it. And don't go yet because I have a couple more features I want to show you that are really cool. Okay, so there's our post. Now to preview it, we will click on these three dots. Nope, that's going to download it. Oh, right here. We're going to click on Facebook. There we go. And then it's going to open our business page for us, and it's going to show us our post. So see, your links are live now. That is perfect. Okay, so then if you look over to the right, you also have something called quick posts. Now, these are my favorite thing about social posts. I absolutely love these. What they do is whenever you see these, you have a little arrow under here. You can click on that little arrow and watch what it does. It automatically creates for you a completely done social post. It has your message. It has links. It has videos, images, DBA logo, whatever this post was designed to do, and you literally don't have to do anything. So it says, check out my new real estate search app. It's the smartest way to find and share your favorite homes so that I can help you make one your own. Download it, and it puts my app link in there. I didn't have to add that. It knows what my app link is, okay? I don't have to upload a photo because there's already one there. I don't have to upload my DBA logo. It's already there. So if it's ready to go, then you click where you want it to post the date. In this case now, we already posted today, so I can post for tomorrow, the 12th, and then schedule post. Done. You literally could go down this whole list once a week. Okay, let's do the next one. Now, in this particular one, I'd have to make changes because this one, let me show you this one. So sign up for a virtual tour on my KW app. My problem would be that that photo would not look like a house that's in Vegas. So for me, I would probably want to go in and just change this photo. So if we click on that one, we could get rid of it. And then I could go to Browse Design Library, and I can find a photo maybe that I created already that fits a little bit better, or maybe one that I took. So here's one that I took in my own neighborhood, and I can just click that instead, and we'll do wide crop image. So it doesn't have that font overlay though, unless I go the overlay there with the market snap, unless I go design it. But the message will be there, the picture will be there, everything else, and then I just click schedule post. Now I've got a post going tomorrow. So then I can go down and do the next one. Now, if you've already done these two and you want to, oh, here's another one. So let's do a neighborhood video. Click share. Pick any neighborhood you want in your area that has a defined map. So let me do, let's see if we have Lake Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Northwest Las Vegas. Okay, I'm just going to pick Northwest Las Vegas, and we'll click next. And then you have the ability here to edit these. So what's the average home price? Whatever it is, you can look it up and post it here before you publish this. Okay, now if it knows, let's pick Las Vegas Country Club and click next. If it pre-populates like this one does, You can just go verify those if you want to, and you can populate it. I'm going to tell you right now, these are not going to look the exact same as what's in your MLS. They're using data from various from their MLS feed, so it may not match, but that's why they've given us the ability to go in and change them. So if you don't like what it says, change it. If you like what it says, everything's fine. You can change these 3 features. Okay, so when people are shopping in Las Vegas Country Club, they're into gardening. In Vegas, maybe not. Are they sightseeing? No, probably not. So I might say, what else are we? Okay, these are probably more artsy people, and they're definitely a coffee culture. So you can change those. You can change your agent information. You can change that, your license number. Then click next. Once your video is created, we're going to have the ability now to go in and schedule this one or publish it immediately as well. Okay, so it looks like this. In case you haven't seen it. Okay, I'll let you watch the rest of it on your device there. Okay, so now the next thing you can do is, if you've already done all these 3 and you need more because you're planning for the whole week and you want to use more quick posts, there's a shuffle button up here you can use. Oh, there it is, right here in the middle, shuffle. So click shuffle and you'll get some new options in the mix. So here we go, happy hunting. Click the little arrow. Now we're going to schedule this one out for, I don't even know what day we're on, but if I was doing this very purposefully, I'd have my calendar open. But you can also look over here. So we have the 10th, 11th, so maybe I didn't schedule past that. So schedule post, and we'll do the 13th, and you can preview it, schedule it, good to go, done. And then you would do the same thing. We're going to shuffle again. And there's another one. So there are quite a few in here right now for download your app. And so there's a couple others. I think I saw a holiday one pop up once during the Christmas season when these were first coming out. And so maybe this one's the 14th. So there's really no reason not to sit down and schedule at least a week's worth of social posts in one setting. If you're creating a new design for each one of these, then it might take you an hour. Maybe it takes you 2 hours if you're really just learning and into the process. But then you don't have to think about this. Maybe we want to send this one at 4 p.m. and we're going to change the time here to 3 o'clock on that day, and then schedule post. So this gives you some really good social media management ability. Down here, you can also edit your profiles. This is nice too. You don't have to leave to go into settings. You can manage here, and they'll do it. And then you can measure the engagement. And there's some other reports and whatnot, but this is nice. You can at least look down at any social post you created, and you'll be able to see what those look like. Did they get any comments? Did they get any shares? Did they get any interaction? And so if you have an admin or a virtual assistant, I would have them setting these up for you once a week if possible. Otherwise, you can sit down on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, whatever it is, Monday morning, and set up your week's worth of posts, or in the evening if you prefer. Anyway, that is your walkthrough today on how to use social posts in KW Command.